It's Friday night, and the mood is right. Hey everybody, I'm Mike, and this is Entertainment Junk. And you know, it's Friday once again, and here we are with another watch and play. You know the deal. Me and the Wolf, we suggest a game for you to play and a movie for you guys to watch. And I think this week I'll start things off. I'll give the Wolf a little bit of time to gather his thoughts. Last week he was a little bit more sporadic. Anyway, the game that I will be suggesting to you guys is a classic, another classic from the NES, Ninja Gaiden 2. Wait, is it Ninja Gaiden or is it Ninja Gaiden?
Ninja Gaiden! Hey!
What he said. Anyway, the Ninja Gaiden series is known for its difficulty, and this second entry from Tecmo is not for the faint of heart. You play as the main protagonist, Ryu. He's called upon once again for his services, this time around to stop an evil lord known as Ashtar from opening up the Gate of Darkness and taking over the world. On top of that, you gotta save Irene, who I think may or may not be Ryu's love interest. I'm not really sure. She's been captured too, so yeah, it looks like you're pulling double duty on this one. Like I said earlier, this game is challenging, but it's fun. You may find yourself at certain points ready to drop kick your TV, but the difficulty is never so bad to the point you're ready to call it quits. Once you become familiar with the layout of each level, the attack pattern of some of the harder bosses, man, this game becomes a breeze. Well, maybe. Still worth checking out. So check it out. All right, Wolf, what are we watching tonight?
Well, my pick for this Friday night is none other than Lost Boys. Yeah, pretty cool. Hey, stay right there. Anyway, it's about vampires, but really it's about a family coming together to battle vampires. See, you got this mother and her two sons. They're going to Santa Carla to be with her father, their grandfather, at his place. And he's like, hey, you guys, welcome. You can do anything you want here as long as you don't touch my Oreos or you don't drink my root beer. Also, I'm growing weed in the backyard, which is very, very cool. Anyway, later on that night, the family goes out to the pier to this carnival that's going on. The mother goes into this video store. She meets this guy named Max. And Max is like, hey, you look like you need a job. And she's like, yes, I need a job. And he's like, all right, I'll give you a job. But just remember, I'm not the father to the Lost Boys. And she's like, okay. And then after that, they're going back and forth. While that's happening, Michael and his brother, the little brother, ends up going to a comic book shop and reorganizing Superman comics for the Fart Brothers? No, the Frog Brothers. Yes, the Frog Brothers. So he's reorganizing their comic books, and they're like, where are you from? And he's like, hey, I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, but I landed here. And they're like, hey, read this book. And he's like, no, I don't read horror comics. And they're like, read this book. It'll save your life, which is really strange because everyone loves horror comic books. I know I do. Michael's trying to score with this girl, this fine looking thing named Star. They're talking back and forth, and then it looks like she's about to get on his bike, but that's when David shows up, one of the coolest vampires you will ever see. Him and his crew, they look like rock stars in the 80s. I love it. Anyway, she gets back on their bike, they take off, he's feeling like a dupe, and then later on, I think later on in the week, he goes back to the pier again, and this time he meets up with David. But wait, before that happens, there's this really cool concert going on. I'm talking about this guy with a saxophone. I still believe, one of the coolest songs you'll ever hear. And everybody's bouncing up and down, they're loving it. And then that's when Michael sees Star, Star sees Michael, and then it looks like they're gonna go ahead and get together once again. But this time David shows up again, and David's like, hey, I don't wanna race you, but you gotta follow me. If you wanna keep up, then I'll let you talk to Star. Well, I guess he says that. I don't know. Does he say that? He doesn't say that. I don't know. Anyway, they have this race, so they're driving, and it gets real foggy, and he almost slides off a cliff. That's when Michael gets off his bike, and he's like, hey, man, punches him, and he's like, me and you, just me and you. He turns the rice into maggots, and then he turns the noodles into worms, and then he gives him this bottle of Ripple, and then Michael drinks the Ripple, and that's when he becomes a vampire, but he doesn't know it. Anyway, they all are hanging out on this bridge, and he's holding onto the bridge. No, it wasn't the bridge, it was some train tracks. It was some train tracks by a bridge. They all hang down from the train tracks while the train is going over him. He's like, oh, come on down, Michael, come on down. And then that's all, things go crazy after that, because Michael's a vampire, but Michael doesn't know he's a vampire. And hold on. I just need to, Michael knows. Oh, good. All right, okay. Michael knows he's a vampire.
Oh, my, man, would you, listen. I need you to do this for me, okay? Do this for me.
All right.
Take a breath.
All right, I got you.
Breathe, okay?
All right,
Just
I'm
breathe.
breathing.
Relax.
I'm breathing.
Relax.
All
Breathe.
right, I'm breathing.
Okay? All right? All right. Continue.
So anyway, Lost Boys, one of the best movies you'll ever see in your life about vampires in the 80s. Check it out. You will not be disappointed. And for my final trick, I'm going to make myself go to sleep on command like so.
And there you have it, folks. That's our 2 picks for this week. If they help you out, great. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more content from us, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, as it only helps us grow into a massive, monstrous, gelatinous, dangerous creature that will soon devour all of YouTube. Cool stuff. Until then, I'm Mike, he's the Wolf, and we will see you guys in the next video.
Bacon. Lots of bacon.